Welcome everybody to my house. It is a beautiful winter night here in upstate New York, and I'm getting ready to cook something that goes very well with a nice cold winter night. So please come into my home. Welcome to my kitchen. It's been a couple years, I think. It's been since COVID, so a year and a lot of months. So anyway, Paul's in town visiting his family, so we're doing a Vinnie's kitchen. So I'm gonna make some jambalaya tonight, and it's gonna be freaking amazing. For this dish, you use andouille sausage, chicken, shrimp, the Holy Trinity with garlic and some spices, rice, tomatoes, that kind of thing to make the dish. Of course, I don't have andouille sausage, so I'm using smoked sausage. Works very well, but I'll use cayenne pepper to spice it up because the andouille is usually pretty hot. And I don't have that, so I'll just use cayenne pepper. So let's get started. I am going to brown 2 pounds of smoked sausage. And throw a little olive oil in this pan. There's the end of that olive oil. Should be enough though. Next step in the process here is we are going to spice up some chicken to cook. Now, I'm not going to use shrimp because my wife doesn't like shrimp. We're going to make it sans shrimp, which is no big deal because I made this a few weeks ago and I didn't have shrimp in it and it was freaking killer, so not really too worried about it. Still is going to be yummy. But for all the jambalaya people out there that want to use shrimp in it, put shrimp. You could put crawfish, you could put crab meat, you could do lobster, whatever. Spice of them. Salt, pepper, of course. Garlic. Cajun seasoning. Very important in jambalaya. We use a lot of it. And I got this little blend, kickin' chicken blend that I'm going to put a little taste of on too, which is probably not that far off of the Cajun. So now we're going to throw this chicken right into that same pan with the same oil and everything. That's looking pretty sweet. So we're going to take this off the heat and put the chicken on next. Oh baby. Now I'll rinse this off so that we can cut that chicken when it's done. Alright, we're going to check the chicken, see if we need a flip here. Oh, look at that, baby. That is sweet. So, of course, anytime you're cooking with chicken, you cook it high, or, medium high. You want to get a nice caramelization, a nice brown on it. If this isn't cooked all the way through, it's going to be okay because we're still making the whole jambalaya and we have to cook rice in it with all these ingredients. It's going to take about 20 minutes. So this chicken will be plenty cooked by the time we're done here. Check back in a minute. Alright, so now I mentioned this thing called the Holy Trinity. It's a very important part of Cajun cooking. It's an important part of a lot of cooking, but certain styles of food have certain things. This particular combination is onion, celery, and sweet pepper, bell pepper. So we're going to check this chicken, see how we're doing here. Beautiful. Cool. Alright, I'm going to pull this. Just putting it right to my cutting board because I'm going to cut it into little pieces. Alright. Now, we're going straight into the pan with our Holy Trinity. We're going to get these things combined together. Now we're going to, with the liquid that comes out of the water that gets cooked out of the Holy Trinity, that'll deglaze the pan at the same time. So, our next step is going to be to add the meat to the Holy Trinity here. Chicken goes in. Make sure you get those juices. We like all the juices in the dish, as much as you can get in there. Sausage goes in. I don't know if this pan is going to be big enough for what I'm making here, but we're going to hope and pray. Alright, now, this is where it all comes together. So here we go. Add tomatoes. I'm gonna do 2 cans on this particular because I have so much. This is never gonna fit in here. I might as well just change it over now. All right, I'm gonna do a change here. You guys are gonna see an on-the-fly change because this is never gonna fit. We're gonna just make a transfer. This is the basis for our dish, but we are not done. One of the main spicing ingredients that I saw that I didn't know was the case in this video I watched was Worcestershire. I'm going to say 1/4 cup. I also added soy sauce, equal amount, because you can't really go wrong with soy sauce. It's delicious. Bay leaves. I'm going to throw a couple of those in. Fresh thyme. Thanks to Stacy Ratliff. She gave me a whole bunch. I'm just throwing them in whole. I'm just going to go just like that. A little bit more. Thyme's a tricky spice because it's very potent. So you can really overdo thyme. Fresh thyme is not nearly as potent. So you can add a little more. Sage. And we have thyme. I'm going to put these in whole too because why the heck not? I'm going to also add just a little bit of dry ground sage and a little bit of thyme just to be safe. You don't really have to do that, but I'm just being on the safe side. The last thing that I got 2 more things. I put a dash of oregano in, and then a bunch of Cajun seasoning, and I don't even know how much. You just put it in. So, a couple tablespoons probably. I have 2 different kinds. So, just gonna throw a bunch in. Last but not least, cayenne pepper, because you want a little spice to your jambalaya. So that's basically. Oh, one last thing, except for I don't have it out. Where is it? Paprika. I put paprika in lots of stuff, the smoky stuff. This is what makes jambalaya now. We're going to add rice. Now I have 3 cups of rice here, which is going to make a ton of food, but I'm cooking for a ton of people, so I didn't give you any amounts of anything. I put 2 pounds of sausage in, 2 pounds of chicken. I'm putting 3 cups of rice, a half a gallon of chicken broth. Because if you know anything about rice, you need a lot of water. Gonna add a little of my cheater. Chicken bouillon. I put it in everything. Just a little bit. And I am going to add some black pepper. And then, because it's rice, we're gonna cover it and cook it for until the rice is done, which is gonna be, with this amount of liquid and how long it's going to take for it to boil, it's going to be about 25 minutes. Yeah. Perfect. It's freaking delicious. Like I said, it's
just like New Orleans.
Let's check this out to see where we're at. Look at that. So that is a big pot of jambalaya. Look at that. That's what it ends up looking like. Really good. So I'm going to put it in this here dish. Look at that, and there we have it. Jambalaya, Amico style. Here we go, people. Jambalaya, Amico style. From my kitchen to yours. Bon appetit, everybody.